It's going to be Steve doing this one, Gabby. One or two good youngsters here. James Weaver from the Enfield and Haringey club. James will be going to the under-23 championships coming up shortly. Competed well in the age group championships in Bedford last week. Then we've got Jack Major. Set a new personal best at 100 metres this year, first time under 11 seconds, close to his hurdles personal best. Also, Jamal Germain, a decathlete, 7,100 man. Hasn't done a decathlon this year. He's only had, in fact, one competitive run out over the hurdles. George Vaughan, another one of our improving youngsters, just 19, close to 14 seconds this year. Was out of the medals at the under-20 championships, though. Well, we talked about the qualification times. Pozzi, of course, has it. Omoregui, you've already seen him. So does David King here. 13:48. Great opportunity for him to cement his place. He's hit it right on the nose. And he can, if he gets through the heats, finishes in the top two here, book his place. Miguel Pereira, same coach as Will Sharman at Loughborough. New personal best in Bydgoszcz this year. And then William Ritchie Moulin from local club Birchfield Harriers, again was at the under-23s last week, finishing 6th. Well, Dave King, no mistakes here, get in the final and then finish in the top two. Sounds easy, doesn't it? You know, and of course this one event where you can get it wrong. That time came in that meeting in Bydgoszcz. And pretty well in Hengelo as well, so I'm there. Wasn't too far away on that occasion. So King hoping to get off to a good start here, and he does. Right alongside him going well, Pereira, and Charmaine has already gone, and over on the far side running well is young James Weaver. But it's all about David King. Top two qualify. That's nice. Good running, 13.66. So the wind was favourable, as you can see there as well. Well, I said, Colin, you know, it sounds easy, doesn't it? High hurdles is always fraught with danger, I guess. So first thing is relief. You know, and he's getting consistent in this kind of mid-13 second range. He did, you know, pop that one time that's going to make it, hopefully, a selection for him this weekend.
Yeah, he's just going to really, I want to say, err on caution, isn't it, Steve? Just to make sure that he guarantees his place in London, because, as you say, you only even need to finish it in the top two in the final. And watching him run here, I see no reason why he shouldn't be able to do that. That was a very good run by James Weaver in the inside. Watch this young man, 19 with a personal best of 13.77. It's pretty good. But David, he's very much the class of the field, isn't he? Smooth, technically good. I think where he'll come and get his biggest improvement on is generating more leg speed, you say, sprinting a little bit quicker. That will force him onto the barriers where he can really test that very good silky technique of his. Watched him develop, and it's good to see that he's gonna make these championships, fingers crossed, and you can get that experience of that major event. I think this is always really important for us, to say that our athletes get the opportunity to run at the very highest level, and of course when you do that, it'll push you on. So fingers crossed that he runs well again in the final.
Well, we do have a result for this one, and just keeping an eye on the fastest losers. Pereira is not quite, he's still in there. We do have two fastest loser times, and with Feeney was 14.15 from the first heat, then Pereira is in with a chance. King and Weaver through to the final, though.
The barriers are out for the final of the men's 110 metres hurdles. No David Feeney, doesn't start in lane 2, so it's Pereira, Porter, Riley Laborde, King, Omoregui, Weaver and Adirin Okoro. And there is Miguel Pereira, who's on the inside now in lane 3, the Harrow athlete, at 20 years old, yet to go below 14 seconds, 14.09 this season. And it's quite an open race, this. Again, no overwhelming favourite. Jake Porter might have a chance, the Birchfield Harrier. bronze medalist at the UK Indoor Championships earlier this year in Sheffield. 13.85 this season. Needs to go below that, I think, though, to challenge Kye Riley Laborde. A powerful figure, 13.59, new personal best this season. But it might come down to a battle between the two men outside him. David King in lane 6, 13.48, his new PB this year. And David Omoregui has run 13.34 this year. Has run in the 13.20s. He's got that basic speed between the barriers. James Weaver, still just 19, down to 13.77 this year. Ran that at Bedford in the England under-20s. And another Birchfield Harrier makes up the lineup in lane 9, Edirin Okoro. And again, much has been made of the absence of Andrew Pozzi, who was asked the powers that be if he might be excused to go and run Paris in the Diamond League, and he did, and he ran very well. Sort of justified that decision. 13.14 to go third in the UK all-time list behind Tony Jarrett and the big man sitting beside me. The 13.14, no, not Steve Backley, sorry. Colin, it's you we're talking about. Anyway, 13.14 behind Jamaica's Ronald Levy last night. He was a surprise winner, 13.05. But anyway, to events here, and King and Omoregui, perhaps the favourites here to challenge for this UK title. Final of the men's 110 metres hurdles. Cleanly away, and a good start by Porter on the inside, and Omoregui already drifting a bit. Oh, he's in trouble, Omoregui. So King now with Kye Riley Laborde, but it's David King who's clear, and David King is going to take this title, and he becomes the champion. 13.55, and oh, the hands to the head and to the heavens for David Omoregui, because he lost that in the opening couple of barriers. It all went wrong, but David King, that is not his concern. He's the champion. He has the stand already, so he's going to the World Championships, but he is the UK champion. And well, as soon as Omoregui stumbled and stuttered and fell away, it was his race to lose, and he retained his composure and his technique, and Omoregui, what might have been.
Yes, I was watching David, and he seemed to be labouring in the blocks a little bit, and I was very anxious whether he was going to pull himself through, but he was the one who kept the cool head. Watch this, out the gun, bang, you can see he's not the first, and David Omoregui smashed that first barrier, didn't he? Held him back going into hurdle 2, ended up rocking and rolling all over the place, and the high hurdles is unforgiving. Make a mistake, very difficult to claw any ground back in quickly, because the obstacles are right there in front of you. Let's have a look at this angle. Worked hard into it, but he clattered out his trail leg, ended up sailing over the second hurdle. And when you go over about 1.5 inches higher than normal, Andrew, what happens? You just collapse. Your body's not used to that rhythm of hitting the ground and being able to move off. And that's exactly what happened to David. Lost all his pace, and that was his position. Have a look from here. You'll watch it clearly head on. Second to our left. Look what happens here. Catches that first hurdle, pitches him into this next one. He has to sail over it, see how high he goes, and then he collapses under it, takes all his speed away through him. Everybody else is smooth and silky, pulls away instantly. And I say there's no room for you then to get back in the race.
So then left to others once Omoregui's gone. King was out and clear. It's a good battle between Kye Riley Laborde and Jake Porter, actually, for second place. Eventually it was Kye Riley Laborde who took it. But David King, again, just clipping that barrier, but it was pretty impressive hurdling from David King. And he takes the title, he's heading to the World Championships, he's the UK champion, and he's talking to Phil Jones.
And Andrew, we just saw the replay up here on the big screen of you crossing the line as British champion. It's a sweet moment for you.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I'm over the moon. Auto qual for the World Champs in London, and it just feels so good. So
we're just chatting now about actually all you athletes, what you go through to get to this point, to then have to deliver when you most need to, and the satisfaction that must give you is incredible.
It's a long process, it really is. I've kind of been chipping away my time for like 4 or 5 years now, and like working with my coach James Hillier, and it's just going so well. So over the moon for it to pay off today, really happy.
And can you imagine what it's going to be like in London?
Do you know what, I can't, but I will next week at London Anniversary Games, I'm sure. It's crazy, it's absolutely crazy.
Well, you get a taste of it then, and we'll see you at the World Championships. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much, thank you.
So David King is there. I mean, look, he only just has the qualifying standard right on at 13:48, but he had that previously, so he will go to the championships. Kai Riley Laborde gets the second place. So if he can find between now and the 9th of July at midnight, well, he's going to have to improve his personal best, take about 1/10 of a second off it to earn his qualification. But second place for him, third for Jake Porter, and Omoregui down in 5th.